Slope of a straight line. Given a non-vertical line defined by y is equal to m times x plus b, the value of m gives the slope of the line. The slope of a vertical line is not defined. It is not equal to 0. It is not equal to infinity. It is not defined. This line, the line that is equal to x is equal to 3, has no slope. Its slope does not exist. Find the slope of the line whose equation is 5 times x minus 2y is equal to 6. So what do we do? Well, we write it in slope-intercept form. 5 times x minus 2y is equal to 6 means negative 2y is equal to 6 minus 5 times x. We divide the equation by negative 2. That is the same as multiplying the equation by negative 1/2. And so, negative 1/2 times negative 2 is equal to 1. Negative 1/2 times 6 is 6 over negative 2. And negative 1/2 times negative 5 is positive 5 over 2. And so this is equal to y is equal to 5 over 2 times x minus 3. The slope of the line is 5 over 2. Given 2 points with coordinates x sub 1 and y sub 1, x sub 2 and y sub 2 that lie on the same line, the slope m of the line is given by this. Change in y over change in x. Find the slope of the line. Given 2 points with coordinates 5 and 4, 1 and negative 6, that lie on the same line L1, find the slope of the line. So these are our points. This is the line. The slope is equal to change in y over change in x. So m is equal to negative 6 minus 4 divided by 1 minus 5. It is equal to negative 10 divided by negative 4. And that is equal to 2 and 1/2. The slope of this line is equal to 2 and 1/2. Now students are kind of confused and kind of worried that they are choosing the wrong y's and the wrong x. So if you begin your change in y in this way, 4 minus negative 6, and your change in x is 5 minus 1, that's okay. That's okay. It will give you the same value for your slope. And so let us try it. Let us try it. So m is equal to y, that is our y sub 2 or y sub 1 minus negative 6. That's your change in y. Divided by 5 minus 1. And so it's equal to 10 over 4 or 2 and 1/2. We got the same results. Properties of lines and their slopes. Parallel lines have equal slopes. So these two lines are parallel and their slopes ought to be equal. So in this case, their slopes is equal to m is equal to 1. Now again, for your added education in geometry, our symbol for being parallel is this one. You have 2 bars. So L1 is parallel to L2. If 2 non-vertical lines, L sub 1 and L sub 2 with slopes m sub 1 and m sub 2 respectively are perpendicular to each other, then their slopes or the product of their slopes is equal to negative 1. So these 2 lines are perpendicular to each other. They make a right angle at their point of intersection. And so this one, for example, has a slope of negative 1. Okay, m sub 1 is equal to negative 1. And m sub 2 here is equal to positive 1. And so if we get their product, it's equal to negative 1 times 1, which is negative 1. And so that is going to be the property of perpendicular lines. If you get of non-vertical perpendicular lines, if you get the product of their slopes, it's equal to negative 1. And again, for your added education in math, our symbol for being perpendicular, okay? Let's say L sub 1 is perpendicular to L sub 2. This is our symbol for being perpendicular. L sub 1 is perpendicular to L sub 2. A horizontal line has a slope of 0. M is equal to 0. So this line, the line defined by y is equal to 2, has a slope of 0. If m is greater than 0, the line is increasing. The more positive the slope is, the steeper is the ascent of the line. So pay attention to these two lines. The line with color blue has a slope of 1, whereas the line which is defined by y is equal to 3x plus 2 has a slope of 3. So this line, the red line, is steeper than the blue line, and that is shown by the slopes. The more positive the slope is, the steeper is the ascent of the line. Okay, ascent, it is ascending, it is increasing. And so our orientation in reading the direction of the line is from left to right, okay? From left to right, our lines are increasing. It is ascending. If m is less than 0, the line is decreasing. The more negative the slope is, the steeper is the descent of the line. The blue line has a slope of negative 1. The red line has a slope of negative 3. So the red line has a slope that is more negative than negative 1. It's less than negative 1. And so the red line has a steeper descent than the blue line. So again, the way we read the direction of the line is we read it from left to right. Just like reading an ordinary sentence, we go from left to right. And so the direction of our line here is descending.